Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. Week 1 of the 2017 NFL preseason is here, and we have some nice performances by these rookie quarterbacks. DeShone Kizer, Deshaun Watson, and Mitchell Trubisky, all impressive. We're going to talk about these performances today, and I may even come out with some film breakdowns on some of these gentlemen in the upcoming days. Look out for those. Let's start with, to me, the most impressive of the three, although they were all impressive. Let's start with DeShone Kizer. Oh my goodness. Okay, remember when we started this process, the 2017 NFL draft process? I said, hey, I got DeShone Kizer as my #1 QB. But we went to the combine, we went to the pro days, and he went down to number 3 because I didn't love what he did there. But we saw the raw talent and upside that I saw way back in January when I looked up the tape for DeShone Kizer. This guy can absolutely sling the rock. Okay, in the second quarter, okay, to end the half, you just saw DeShone Kizer heave a ball 55 or 56 yards. It traveled in the air. It traveled in the air in the hands of some no-name wide receiver that you may never hear about again for an incredible touchdown. And then you saw at the end of the game, Browns down by 1, 4th and 2 at midfield. Yet again, DeShone Kizer launched a ball deep left. It is caught. It's a touchdown, and the Browns win the game. Whoa, okay, and look at his final stat line: 11 of 18, 184 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Now, there were some things that concerned me. He had a couple overthrows, mainly to the outside, about 15 yards out. I think one was a curl route, one was a corner. Didn't love that. He needs to look out for that. And also his pocket presence. It was good at times. Like one time he had like this nice little dive move where he escaped pressure. But other times I felt his internal clock was a little bit too slow, especially because his offensive line today was not good. This third string Browns offensive line is not good. He was facing a lot of immediate pressure. He needed to get the ball out quicker to me, but at the end of the day, he won the game. He had huge throws. You could not have asked him to be much better than this. He was fantastic. To me, he needs to start next week, as do the other quarterbacks I'm about to discuss. Let's see them against the #1s. But without a doubt, you saw Kizer's arm today. Now, the one thing that still concerns me, it's really exciting. Okay, it's really exciting to say, oh my God, look at these huge throws. You're not going to sustain an NFL career off of these throws. Let's be honest. You can have these throws, you know, thrown in every now and then, but there's a reason why Jake Cutler isn't very good. There's a reason why Jeff George really wasn't good. Although they could sling it, although they can make these throws, you're going to sustain an NFL career. You're going to thrive in the NFL with the short and intermediate, and then you're going to throw in the deep every now and then. So we love to see it. It's very exciting. But you're going to have to make your money in the short and intermediate. I'm not changing my opinions on any of these players. I think Kizer will end up being a starter, and then we'll see if he can remain one. To me, it's 50-50. It was 50-50 heading into this game. It's 50-50 leaving. Okay, now let's move on to, let's say, the second most impressive to me, although they were very close, in Mitchell Trubisky. I think he was the second most impressive. Okay, so Mitchell Trubisky, he started out, man, he was hot. He was on fire. Okay, this guy was so accurate. And if you look at his passes, yes, he did not throw very deep at all. I don't think he completed a pass for more than, let's say, that traveled more than 20 yards in the air, right? A lot of it was in the short to intermediate. But if you look at these passes, every single one of them was almost perfect. Like his first, I'll say, 13 passes were all perfect, right in the bread basket, which maximized the yards after the catch for his receivers. Okay, you see his receivers running a slant across the field, running a shallow cross, running an out, whatever. They would catch the ball so easily and then immediately turn upfield, maximizing their yards at the catch. If you throw behind them, they may have to slow down, stop, reverse, and then all of a sudden they don't get as many yards after the catch as they could have. He was maximizing his wide receivers' yards after the catch time and time and time and time again. Now, when he threw the ball deep, he only did it about once. He overthrew Victor Cruz a little bit. I think it was Victor Cruz. Yeah, it was, which I didn't love. And then he also slow down. The incompletion started. He had a number of balls batted down. Remember, he's only 6'2". This is going to be a problem moving forward for him, so look out for that. And ultimately, he did not win the game. You saw his fourth quarter game management was not very good. He completed passes. He moved down the field, just not quick enough. And there was one specific play that bothered me. There was about a 15-yard out or a corner by a wide receiver with about 20 seconds left. Okay, Trubisky throws the ball too soon. Okay, probably right before the wide receiver got out of his break or right after, but it was too soon because immediately that wide receiver got tackled within play, within bounds, and then they had to run down with only 3 seconds left and spike the ball. If Trubisky waits on that ball a little bit, just a little bit, that wide receiver can get out of bounds and you put yourself and your team in a better position to win the football game. So there were little problems, but overall, man, he was so accurate early. I mean, just so accurate, man. He was hitting people in the breadbasket. It was ridiculous. And again, none of the passes traveled really far, but to be that accurate in the short to intermediate, man, that's impressive. That's what Tom Brady does. He doesn't do anything else. Like, when was the last time you saw Tom Brady wait for 3 seconds and just heave on 50 yards downfield? All he does is short to intermediate, okay? Mitchell Trubisky can sustain a career off this. The question is, though, can he do this against the number ones? Because he did all this against the number 2s and number 3s. Start him next week, let's find out for sure. And then Deshaun Watson. Now, this is the most interesting thing because I'm already on the record. I don't think Deshaun Watson is going to make it in the NFL long term. He's going to be decent early, then flame out in 3 to 6 years. That's my prediction. I'm maintaining that prediction, as I'm also maintaining my prediction that Mitchell Trubisky will be good and that DeShone Kizer will be okay. I'm maintaining these predictions. Watson, from what I saw from him, though, was impressive. I was more encouraged than discouraged, but there was also problems. Let's start with the positives first, okay? His mobility in and outside of the pocket was really good. And I like that whenever he would roll out of the pocket, he would still have his eyes downfield looking to make plays. He was really elusive, really hard to bring down, really smart, really decisive, threw balls away when he needed to. All that was great, okay? Also had a great 15-yard touchdown that was really impressive and really scary. But there was some ugly, okay? There was more ugly with him than Mitchell Trubisky and DeShone Kizer. He had about 4 throws that were awful, okay? Just terrible, awful throws. I mean, not even close, 2 of them. You didn't even know who he was throwing to occasionally. I mean, it was bad. Now, it didn't really matter because he still led a touchdown drive, and the Texans, they didn't win the game, but he put his team in best position to do so. So it wasn't a big deal. But, man, that still concerns the hell out of me because this is what I saw at Clemson. Sometimes Deshaun Watson can just miss people. You won't know who he's throwing to. Sometimes it look like Deshaun Watson is throwing to Casper the Friendly Ghost. Okay, that concerns me. But again, he was poised, had a nice touchdown throw, was accurate for the most part in short to intermediate, but anything past about 20 yards was problematic. I need to see more from Deshaun Watson right now, but I was more encouraged than discouraged. All right, if I had to grade these performances, I say DeShone Kizer, I give him an A. Okay, he has some problems, but he won the game. Huge throws, that's an A performance. Mr. Trubisky, A-, fizzled late, but really started hot. Deshaun Watson, B+. Again, that's still a very good grade, but he really had some ugly. The other 2 didn't have nearly as much ugly. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on NFL preseason week 1. Deshaun Watson, DeShone Kizer, and Mitchell Trubisky, their performances. What are your thoughts on these performances? Comment down below. I want to know. It's nice to see these rookie performances. I don't want to put too much stock into them. Again, I'm not changing my opinions on any of these guys as players. It's just nice to see them play. And again, I may come out with some film breakdowns of these players if I have enough time. And I may be back to talk about Patrick Mahomes and other players if they perform well. We'll see about that. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Comment down below. I want to know. Check out SFE on all of our social media links down in the description box below. And until next time, I'm out. See you all later.